If you couldn't tell, last episode, the RuneScape clips were from a drunk stream night with the boys on Discord. So I'm a little bit more coherent today, and I did some Slayer tasks. We're actually only 60k from 91 Slayer. I can't wait to be 91 Slayer, because then I can continue to not care about Cerberus. I don't actually ever want to do that boss. I'm sure I will at some point, but I'm not going to rush. But I did get another Lizardman task. So 94 more chances to get that Warhammer. Well, I got disconnected again. This happens to me all the time. I'm having this weird issue where I was kind of trying to troubleshoot it a little bit today, but I've been having this weird issue where I will get home from work or, hop on the computer for the first time during the day, and I will turn my computer on. I will start doing something, whether it's in Destiny or in RuneScape, and I'll be fine for like between 5 and 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. And then my internet will blip and it'll boot me out of whatever activity I'm doing in Destiny, or it'll DC me from the game. And then the blip usually only lasts a matter of seconds. It's just long enough to stop me from doing whatever I was trying to do. So if I was streaming, it would kill the stream. It kicks me off of whatever online game I'm playing. And then it comes back, and then typically it's fine for the rest of my play session, no matter how long the play session is. If it could be the rest of the day, hours, and that was the case for yesterday. I played a lot of Destiny with Nigel and Tom, no problems the rest of the night. And so last night I left my computer on, but in sleep mode, so it wasn't like starting it from being shut down. And I was able to play for a little while, longer than I expected. But then again, it happened. It blipped and like booted me off. So I'm trying to establish a pattern. It's so weird though, because it's only like once per day, but it doesn't matter what time it's at. Any time of the day, right after I get on and try to use the internet for a game, it will kick me off. And it's so weird. It's so consistent, but I have no idea what's causing it. My Ethernet, like my network adapters, are up to date. As far as I'm aware, my computer is just in general, Windows is up to date. It's just so strange. I have no idea what's causing it. It's driving me crazy. And a lot of the time you Google stuff like this and it's like, maybe it's your Ethernet cable. And it's like, if it was Ethernet cable, I feel like I'd be having more consistent problems, right? The rest of the night, it's totally fine. I feel like if it was the cable, then I would be having problems more than just one time per day. I don't know. It's infuriating. Internet issues are infuriating, especially when all the games you love to play the most are always online games. It's frustrating. Anyway, I'm smithing these things because I was already in Varrock West Bank, and I just had a few. So, more darts. More darts. I was going to go and kill lizardmen, but instead I'm telegrabbing wines. There's not really a bad time to do this. I wasn't expecting to do it now, but I have almost 1,200 dwarf weeds in the bank, and our team never has any wines. And I was like, you know what? I'm finalizing last episode's like data on YouTube. I uploaded it. I still need to make a thumbnail and whatever, so I'm just like watching back through the episode, making sure it's all good, and trying to figure out what to title it. And so while I'm kind of doing something else on the side here, I figured I'd just come here and telegrab some wines. I did bring 1,200 laws with me because I've never been PK'd here before, and it's singles. People tend not to come here because like it's so easy to escape. It's so easy to survive, and like laws, I'm only really risking my stack of laws, and I have 30 fucking thousand of them from just doing Slayer. So, also like it's gonna be hard to kill me when I have all these brews and only one person can attack me at a time. I've never been killed here. I've been attacked here maybe twice ever, and they came nowhere near killing me. So I'm just gonna stay here as long as I can, and then I'll hopefully just get all the wines that I need to make all those dwarf weeds into potions, and that'll put me probably pretty close to my next herblore level up, at which point I can start boosting for super combats myself. I have a bunch of torsals in the bank, and we're no longer like hard funneling herblore XP to Nigel, so that'll be pretty neat. Don't mind me just casually filling out the newest poll while I'm still in this stupid cave. I had some internet issues last night, so I kind of gave up on telegrabbing wines. So I still have a shit ton to do, but Wilderness is dead. I don't see any problem doing this this poll while I'm in here in this room. This is all about their talks about adding in a new skill upcoming. Man, I just woke up, by the way. Sorry, my fucking brain and my mouth are not on the same team yet today. I'm only halfway through my coffee, but I'm going to go ahead and fill this out and then telegrab a bunch more wines till I get bored. Because my internet was being a dick, I didn't do my dailies last night or Tears of Gothics or anything, so I'm going to go do that after. So I still have a long way to go telegrabbing, but I just wanted to point out that I did opt to take the extra super duper long survey about the prospective new skill. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm implying that I'm better than you guys because I'm engaging more heavily with the content and trying to shape the future of this game. But that is also factually correct. I am better than you because I took a survey. Deal with it. Now when the new skill comes into the game, I can say, hey, I contributed to this being the way that it is, unless it sucks, and then I'll lie and say I didn't have anything to do with it. Never thought I'd see the day, but I had a high-level PKer come and try to kill me for all my wines, and I tanked it pretty well. I used that many brews, a couple of normal food. Dude was level 122, had all three combat styles, had an AGS, fucking kept whiffing on me. I did a good job just staying calm, switching prayers. But I guess I'm done. I was fully planning on staying there for the full 1200 wines, but whatever. I'm gonna go do something else now. Thanks for ruining my fun, asshole. I was having so much fun telegrabbing wines. That's okay. We got a handful. Dragon Warhammer. Oh, I just logged back in, and the chat box just reminded me I still forgot to go do any of my dailies or Tears of Gothics. Well, Lizardman first, and then those. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot the goddamn antidotes. Antidote is very important so that I don't die. Okay. Let's run it back. Now I get to go back into the Lizardman Temple. And I love I love this. I love the way that you enter the Lizardman Temple is you just drop down into a pit. You cautiously lower yourself in. You land in a puddle. You just begin crying because your socks are now wet. Fuck you. I have an exciting announcement. I think I've reached the stage of this account's life cycle where I no longer give a shit about loop halves. I'm just going to let that one despawn. I don't even care. I don't have room for it in my inventory. And I've come to terms with that. I've already got like 16 fucking loop halves in the bank because the game shits out loop halves and gives you stress dreams where you get a tooth half once in a blue moon and you wake up and realize it wasn't real. Loop halves are the... I saw the person in this room let one despawn like 2 minutes ago. Loop halves are the worst. I'm done caring about them. And from this point on, I will not get mad when I get loop halves and nothing else. I'm going to try. I even just checked the wiki because I feel like this is everybody's experience where you always end up with a surplus of loop halves. And at various points on my Ironman, I've had more tooth halves very briefly, but then it's always flipped back in the other direction, and I end up with a huge stockpile of loop halves. And I just went on the wiki. Look at this. They're the same drop rate. But it does not feel like it, does it? Any of you guys actually have a surplus of tooth halves? Because I feel like that is not the normal player experience by any means. Literally, that same kill, right after I turned off the recording, resulted in another loop half. You can't make this shit up. That's absurd. I wish I'd kept the recording going, just so you could see it appear. That's ridiculous. I haven't moved at all. Do these guys access the RDT more often than normal enemies? Or are these just part of their normal drop table and I'm just mistaken? Like, obviously what I said about loop halves is true. I always end up with more, and most of my friends do too. But maybe these guys are not accessing this from the RDT. I don't know, but I got a full key. Yay. I'll use that and exchange it for a Dragonstone, which I actually got as its own drop already this trip. Everything comes full circle. Okay, I had to leave the task with 23 left because it is almost reset time and I didn't want to miss out on buying my daily battle staves, so I'm going to just sit here and wait for the reset and claim my free sand and then another batch of battle staves in just a little bit. I don't know if I have time to go and finish my task first because we we've had like 15 inches of snow over the past 4 days, and so we're waiting on a guy to come plow the driveway for us. He said he'd be here in a bit. Like he used the phrase "in a little bit." That was an hour and a half ago. We prepared, like moved our cars, cleaned off our cars, shoveled the porch. Like we were ready because we were misinformed, and now I'm just waiting for a real life obligation without a specific time frame given. And he's clearly just making us wait. So I'm just going to log off and wait and come back when the reset happens and then go finish my task, I suppose. So Explorer was giving me a hard time on stream the other night when I skipped Drakes, and I've just always skipped Drakes out of habit because like I formed this association in my mind like they're a new monster that are not worth doing the tasks for. And I can kind of see why I felt that way. Like when you range them like this, man, they take so long. But at the same time, with anti-fire protection, they're really easy. And you know, I could upgrade the boots of stone at some point. Like, there's not really any good reason to skip them anymore. But while I'm here, I did want to make fun of this guy. Look at that fit. Look at that. Fucking Dragonfire Shield, Abyssal Dagger. He's got the boots of Brimstone, I think, right? And no Fire Cape. 114 combat. Night John, I'm sorry, but you're getting called out for being a noob on a YouTube channel that's so small you won't ever possibly see it, so it's fine. Get a Fire Cape. Learn how to kill it. Jad's been out for like 18. Hell, Jad's been out for like 17 years, man. Figure it out. All right, I finished my Drake's task. I got a new task, but more importantly, I've been hearing about a pretty cool cosmetic that we can get now, and I just wanted to see if it actually works. I'm pretty sure it will. So come to Diango and redeem this code. I'm going to type it in, and if you'd like to get this item as well, you can go ahead and pause the video if you need to, because the code's a little bit long. So I think that's the right code. Looks arbitrary, but apparently this was the result of a lot of puzzle solving over the past year and however long. And then he will say, wow, you did it. Well done. And Diango will give you a Shattered Relics League based, or like it's based on Shattered Relics. I'm so sorry, Marky Guard. I didn't mean to do that. Wow, get fucking owned, idiot. One banged. Mystic cards. And now you too can play Yugioh in old school RuneScape with these Shattered Relics cards. How cool is that? And are there any people here? Okay, so it doesn't override the attack, but I think I saw a video. I think don't come in here. I think what it does is it's like the chicken, the rubber chicken, like you can just attack players with it. Oh yeah, duel. You can duel them. Look at this. Hang on. You actually throw them. And it makes them react as if they're being hit. Oh my god. What an amazing cosmetic. That they hid behind such a complicated puzzle that people took over a year to solve it. That's just awesome. I love Jagex for that. But yeah, redeem that code and you too can be a dual master of Gielinor. I don't know who taught random events proper etiquette, but I'm clearly being attacked by several very large demons. This fucking troll's like, hey, it's pinball time. Come play pinball. Good morning. It's once again not morning, but that's what I'm saying because I just got up. I have to go to work in about an hour, but we're starting off the day right here with 91 Slayer on the Group Iron. I cannot wait to continue pretending like Cerberus doesn't exist. I'm just going to keep slaying until 93, and then I'm going to get occults for the boys. That's the plan. I'm not doing fucking Cerberus. There's no point. It's just, there's a chance for us to get a Pegasian. We don't have Ranger Boots. There's a chance for us to get, what, +1 max hit over Dragon Boots at the expense of the entire team's worth of prayer potions. I think not. No, thank you. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this task and get a new run real quick. And then I'm going to play some Destiny before work because today was reset day. And I got stuff to do again. All right, so I already started my Drake's task, and after doing an entire task last time with range and a few kills with range this time, I decided I want to try a melee setup because it is just so slow. And I checked the wiki, and it looks like range is actually their highest defense statistic, so I should have better luck with melee. I'm gonna go with that. Also, I just wanted to say I'm vibing tonight. You know, I had some boring Slayer tasks, and I got an even more boring Slayer task, so I decided to go and take a few hits off of one of my pre-rolls so I can just vibe and, you know, bust out the Slayer task and have a good time, watch a YouTube video, whatever. So if I record any more clips tonight and I'm being fucking weird, that's why. Now you know. Son of a bitch. I was so proud. I caught myself from wearing dragon boots back to Drake's. I remembered to put the boots of stone back on, but then I got all the way there without anti-fire, so I am back at the bank. All right, let's go. You know, time moves differently when you've indulged in what I have tonight. And that makes it so that things feel like they take longer than they do a lot of the time. Don't recommend that when you're doing a Drake's task, which already feels like it takes 1,000 years. But anyway, we finished it. Let's get a new task. Now that is an easy and quick one. So Jagex actually released the Wilderness rework yesterday. Today? Yeah, yesterday? Yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. Clearly I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. I'm not doing it. I'm doing Herblore. But it's in the game now. Do you guys skip troll tasks when you get them? Doing them here is so lame. This is one of the few times that I really desperately wish I had a cannon, and I even made some cannonballs, but it feels like such a waste. I wouldn't want to use them here. That being said, I could use them at Ice Trolls, where it's multi-combat, and it's just much more common for a cannon to be used. But I would run out of cannonballs very quickly at this rate. I've only got 3,500, and they're just not sustainable. But I miss having the ability to buy cannonballs on my main account because of tasks like this and Cal fights. But I also have a decent number of points. I've got 765 points. I could just skip troll tasks. What do you guys think? Do you skip these or do you just do them? Because they're not hard. I finally finished the trolls task. What do you got for me, Steve? Okay, yeah, Lizardman. That will do. Also, I think I'm going to cut the episode here because I just now tonight edited the recent clips, and I feel like this is a good length for a video to be. You know, it's just right. It's approaching the 20-minute mark, I think. I hope. I just don't want it to be too long, but I also feel like, you know, 12 to 15 minutes is not quite long enough for a progress episode, especially for a game of this nature where, you know, there's just unlimited things to do and work on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the revitalized GIM progress, and I hope to see you in the next one.